Breaking news now, an ally of Putin plotted the murder of Wagner's chief. As a result of Prigozhin's Wagner force's prominent role in the conflict in Ukraine, Patrushev grew concerned about his disproportionate influence within the Kremlin. Nikolai Patrushev, a close associate of Putin and Secretary of the Security Council, allegedly planned the bombing of an airplane to kill Russian mercenary leader Yevgeny Prigozhin, according to Friday's Wall Street Journal report. Reports from Wall Street Journal sources indicate that Patrushev was concerned about Prigozhin's ability to wield excessive influence within the Kremlin as a result of his Wagner force's performance in the battlefield in Ukraine. Patrushev began making preparations to have Prigozhin removed from office after he instigated an armed mutiny in June. According to the story, after trying to end the mercenary rebellion peacefully failed, Patrushev devised a plot to sabotage the aviation industry. In August, Prigozhin's plane was allegedly bombed just before takeoff after Putin signed off. At approximately 28,000 feet in the air, the bomb detonated 30 minutes after takeoff. Tragically, all 10 individuals on board perished. Although the Kremlin denies any involvement in the murder, intelligence sources told Wall Street Journal that Patrushev was responsible for Prigozhin's assassination because he saw his growing power as a danger. F-16 fighter jets to be supplied to Ukraine by the Dutch government. After speaking with Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte, President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine announced on Friday that the Dutch government will send 18 F-16 jets to Ukraine. According to Zelensky's post on X, the issue at the front lines, the Black Sea, and the present military requirements of Ukraine, such as artillery, drones, and air defense, were all covered. We have decided to keep working together on security guarantees after the G7 Vilnius Declaration. Our conversation also delved into upcoming peace formula meetings and ways to strengthen global backing for the fair peace that the Ukrainian people envision, without providing a timeline. Rutte added that the delivery of the fighter jets is still subject to the approval of an export permit by the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the fulfillment of staff and infrastructure criteria in Ukraine. However, the government stated that the announcement allowed for the reservation of funds and personnel to prepare the planes for delivery. The decision to prepare 18 F-16 fighter aircraft for delivery to Ukraine was announced by Rutte today, and she informed President Zelensky of this development on X. According to a spokesperson for the Polish Foreign Ministry, Radoslaw Sikorski made his first official foreign visit on Friday when he visited Kiev to deliver a humanitarian aid package to Ukraine. Following Russia's invasion of neighboring Ukraine in February 2022, Poland began providing military and humanitarian aid to the country. Millions of Ukrainian refugees were also welcomed by Poland. His visit is significant because he is the first high-ranking politician to visit Kyiv following the EU's decision to initiate the accession process with Ukraine and Moldova, according to ministry spokesperson Paweł Wronski, quoted by PAP. Starting accession talks with Ukraine was agreed upon last week by all 27 EU states with the exception of Hungary. The spokesperson also mentioned that Sikorski will have a meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. He announced that the minister was getting ready to present a package of aid to Ukraine along with a proposal for collaboration and political backing. Ukraine needs Poland to serve as its political, economic, and military center as well. The minister will publicly endorse Ukrainian ambitions and the country's efforts to become an EU member. The grain crisis in Ukraine and the subsequent blockade of multiple border crossings by truck drivers has cast a shadow over Polish-Ukrainian relations in the past few weeks. The Ukrainian ministry announced on Friday through the messaging app Telegram that the agricultural ministers of the two nations had online discussions. There's a solid rationale behind why some individuals opt not to back The Guardian. Currently, not everyone has the financial means to pay for news. That is why we aim to make our journalism accessible to all. If that describes you, then feel free to keep reading. If you are able to do so, there are 3 compelling reasons to make a donation to our cause right now. Point 1. In an era where the powerful and wealthy are increasingly getting away with more and more, our high-quality investigative journalism serves as a watchdog. Our reporting is made possible by your donations because we are an independent news organization without a billionaire owner micromanaging our operations. Point 3. You can do it in less time and for less money than it took to read this message. Make a decision that will sustain The Guardian's journalism for the future. With as little as $2 a month, we would greatly appreciate your support. Setting it up doesn't take more than a minute. Much obliged. Drone shot down near Moscow, Russia claims. Russia claimed that in less than an hour on Friday, its air defenses shot down 5 Ukrainian drones south of Moscow. 4 were destroyed in the Moscow region, and a fifth was intercepted over the Kaluga region, according to the Defense Ministry. Reuters, according to Sergei Sobyanin, the mayor of Moscow, who was apparently alluding to the second incident, drone parts had fallen in Podolsk. But no one had been hurt or anything had been damaged since the summer, when they caused frequent airport closures and repeatedly hit a business district of the capital. Drone attacks aimed at Moscow have subsided.